He played it at an age where Akbar had probably already transformed. Ritik also, they caught only 1% or one portion of his life because it's a 3-hour film. You cannot start showing everything. And as I said, history will give you the incident. How you understand that character is open to perception. We have tried to catch, honestly, I looked at history and I said, okay, here's a boy who's 14. Most of his life is spent on the horseback. He's almost ruled and taught what to do by his uncle-like father-like uncle. He has a mother, but he's more close to the Dai who brought him up. At that point of time, when he's almost an emperor, he's only 21 years old. When we catch his story, he's 21. At the age of 21, immense power, not in a democracy, and we know how it happens in a democracy, people go mad. With that kind of madness of being a king at that age, the trust issues are low. I decided to create the Akbar that through various books, through various stories, through various incidences of research, we understood. And to us, after all the understanding of Akbar, he was he wasn't easy on trust. He was a volatile character when he was younger. He was political. He was somebody who he was easily swayed. At one point he went against his own uncle also. He was assertive of his power. And then how he transformed into this great king who had accepted the responsibilities that came with power is the journey we're going to capture. So we're not going to be anything like a film, because a film comes for 2.5 hours, explains an incident and goes. This is going to be way more character driven. Thank you.
Good evening to all. This is Raj from media. Yeah, this is for Ekta. Yeah, what Jodha Akbar mean to you, and why you selected Rajat for Akbar's role?
I wanted an actor who had a lot of intensity in his eyes. I wanted a young actor who looked like a young man, who looked like he could, who had maturity in his face. It's a very big dichotomy of casting, you see. We don't have somebody we can't have a man who looks like 30, and we can't have a boy who looks like he's at 21 not grown up. Maybe because Rajat worked very young in his life also. There was a maturity on his face that went against his age. So it was this combination of looking mature but being young that I wanted. That's why I chose Rajat. Jodha Akbar means a lot to me because I'm going into historicals for the first time. And for me, I've come out of my comfort zone, which is soaps. So I may fail, I may succeed, that only tomorrow will tell. But I want to, for the first time, show historicals in a way that they haven't been seen before, where human relationships, interpretation of characterizations take as much importance as the incidences that happened. See, we know that XYZ time this happened, and then 4 years later this happened. That journey between those two, the transformation of people, the house politics, what happened in a king's bedroom, how he sleeps at night not knowing if the people he loves will tomorrow attack him, the insecurities, and then the human bond that builds with a woman who probably he never thought he would fall in love with. For me, all these things actually mean a lot more than just telling the story of Jodha Akbar, because that everyone knows. Thank you.
Mr. Ajay Bhalwankar, yeah, here. Will you just throw some light on what kind of research was done for this epic?
I think Balaji is known for their thorough work. Even if they are doing a show on today's times, the kind of detailing that they bring to the table is immense. And, Balaji has done humongous research in terms of referring to books and kind of studies that we've seen, and the kind of people Ekta has in her team. They're the people who have done biggest of the historicals on television. So the research has been very, very formidable.
Ekta, here. My question is for Ekta. Rajiv Vijakar here. You have been simultaneously busy in so many film projects, and obviously the soaps are continuing. So how much time and how much priority did you give to something in which you are venturing for the first time? That is a historical.
I have a very competitive team. As far as execution goes, they entirely took over the whole thing. I took a keener interest in the creative, which I always do. And from the time I'm back from my education, I have probably given most of my time to Jodha Akbar. But yes, I have been thinly placed. I can't run away from that. I am now more, like I have film and television obligations to fulfill. But I think Balaji and my team is more than me. I'm just one small part of this company.